men's bantamweight, which is men's bantamweight matchup between Sung Yadong going up against Casey Kenney. First, you got Sung Yadong, who comes in at 16-5-1, is the minus 105 favorite, going up against Casey Kenney, who is 16-3-1 and is the minus 115 small underdog. How do you feel about this fight?
Yeah, I think that this is a really good matchup between you two young and upcoming fighters. Well, both have a first approach, but Song Yadong has a lot of power in his right hand when he lets it fly. They're both evenly matched as they both throw about 5 punches per minute, but Kenny absorbs a little bit more. This fight is going to be won, in my opinion, by who can get the most takedowns. Kenny goes for a lot of takedowns in most of his fights. He had that battle with Dominic Cruz where he was incorporating the leg kicks and trying to hunt the takedown, but it didn't really work for him. But Kenny, I do think that this is a fight, if it stays standing, that Song Yadong is going to have a chance to clip Kenny as Kenny moves in quickly and kind of throws and then tries to back out, where Yadong just is calculated. And when he gets there, he's going to pick a spot. But with this fight, I think Kenny's experience is going to make a difference. So I'm going to go with Case Kenny by decision, but I really do like Song Yadong. I think that he needs a big win under his belt. He has a big win against Chito Vera, but I think another one like a win against Casey Kenny could really just propel him in this division. But I don't think he's going to get it this fight. I think Kenny's going to win by decision.
Yeah, first I got Sung Yadong. He's an orthodox fighter with quick hands. He is a boxer, likes to throw straight rights with power. He tends to back up to get the opponent to walk into his right hand. He sits down on his punches and he likes to use the counter two to attack kicks by his opponents. He's quick on his feet, but he tends to load up too much. He likes to throw counter uppercuts, but needs to not telegraph them. He likes to throw combinations as well, where he mixes his left hooks and uppercuts together. He leaves himself open for takedowns when he overextends, but he has great get ups from the mat and is hard to
Hmm.
hold down. And then he has a great chin, and then he evades shots really well. Then you got Casey Kenny, who is a southpaw who has fast hands. He likes to throw leg kicks where he attacks with kicks to the inside leg and shots to the body. He likes to mix in takedowns where he dives in, gets the hips, and tries to pull the opponent to the mat with the double leg takedown. He has good get ups and scrambles, but tends to fatigue later in fights. And, and then he'll move around a lot in his fights so that the opponent doesn't get comfortable. I think the thing in this matchup that makes a big deal for me is the fact that Casey Kenny tends to slow down a little bit as the fight goes on.
Yeah.
Because of all the movement that he's doing, he goes through a lot of takedowns and then a lot of leg kicks. And I think that's a thing in this matchup that's going to be a big deal because, like I said right before with all the notes, Sung Yadong has a great counter to the leg kicks with that
Yeah.
right hand. He
Hmm.
knows when to time it so that when they're throwing the kick, he gets his shot off really fast and it kind of negates some of the power from the leg kick and he absorbs them really well. And then every time he gets taken down, he does get taken down easy, but then he gets back up right away. So it's kind of nullifies the takedown. You get it on paper and then on the judges' scorecard, but then he
Yeah.
gets up right away and gets back going. And I think Kenny is very hittable. And then it remains to be seen how he's going to do in the second and third round because I don't see him knocking out Sung Yadong. I don't see it
Yeah.
happening because his hands aren't the best. It's all about his kicks and the takedown, but I could see Yadong knocking out Kenny. And I do see him pouring in a lot of volume on him because of those combinations with the uppercut and the right hook and everything. I don't see it happening, but I got Sung Yadong by unanimous decision. I feel like he's just going to pour in a lot. He's going to frustrate Kenny. Kenny's going to take him down. I think Kenny will get the second round.
Okay.
That's how I feel. I feel like Dung's going to come in early, and then that's when you're going to see Kenny doing a lot of the leg kicks, but you're going to see Yadong counter it. And then the second round, he's going to go right to his wrestling, and that's where he's going to win it. He's going to get like two, maybe three takedowns in the second round, but Yadung's going to get up. But with the three takedowns, usually that's enough to like steer around. But then the third by the third round, I think Yadong is going to catch on and change his game plan a bit, start moving around, throwing those uppercuts and whatnot, and then just trying to stuff everything. And then he's going to pull it out and get the 2 rounds to 1 victory.
Okay, so we're on the opposite end of the spectrum.
Yeah.
But you have two very good wrestlers, and I think
Hmm.
it would kind of behoove Casey Kenney to keep hunting that takedown, unless he's just looking to get points on, if it's a, we know how the judges are, right? So sometimes they overvalue a takedown and a get up. So if Casey Kenney is looking for that and trying to ride the trend of some suspect judging, he might win this with just points. You know what I mean? But I think he's going to do enough to, he's an accomplished wrestler, so I think he's going to do enough to kind of hold Song down. But when I was doing my notes for this, I kind of thought that the option for the knockout is there, obviously, in every fight, but this one it's even more because if
Yeah.
Kenny is going to tire himself out getting all these takedowns, it's going to leave him extremely gassed on the feet, right? So it's going to leave him, his hands are going to drop, he's going to be breathing from his mouth, and the Song's going to be able to clip him. But I'm going to ride with Kenny. I've been wrong 1,000 times, so
Yeah.
this might be
Yeah.
1,001, but that's
And
where I'm going
then
to ride.
And then I looked in the past at one of Sung Yadong's last fights. It was against our guy Kyler Phillips,
Yeah,
who throws a lot of
yeah,
different leg kicks. So I think he's going to look back and look at the leg kicks and kind of try and game plan for that. So
yeah.
then he has to kind of worry about the takedowns. And I think he'll still get taken down, but I think he'll be able to find a way to limit it to just a few.
Yeah, and Kyler Phillips' ground game, as we know, is phenomenal.
Yeah,
I think he got the raw end of the deal of that last fight, but that's neither here nor there. That's not this fight we're talking
yeah,
about. But that's a big learning curve for Song. And I mean, even Casey Kenney fought Dominic Cruz. You
yeah,
know what I mean? So that they both have huge learning curves in their last
yeah,
two fights. So we'll see.
yeah. But to go from